Yo. Oh. What up? What up? Welcome to another episode of my Nano Reef journey. This is episode 10. And that's right. Your eyes are not deceiving you. There are coral in the tank. There's coral in there. There's water in there. It's cycled. It took 10 days to cycle. It's been 12 days since my last stream. It took like 7.5, almost 8 days for it to cycle. So I was able to get some coral into the tank kind of like on day -1 of the cycle, which I'm sure is not good for the coral. But man, some of the like vendors at Skellyfest and some of the like deals that were had, I had to take up on. I think I spent all in all maybe $100 in coral, and it was my birthday, so I got like a bunch of coral from my family, from Jasmine, and from my grandma, and from my pops. So thank you guys. We are gonna be opening up the Skellyfest goodie bag when we get back from kind of like the updates. I'm gonna show you guys an edit with all the updates. I also got a bunch of boxes so that I can organize my cableage a little better. We're not going to be doing that today, but we will be doing that in a future episode. Lots of things have changed in the tank here. Let me show you guys. Let me see if I can show you guys here. So this guy here, right now, you can kind of see it in the back. We got the AI Storm 2 pump. It's like a gyre pump. And then we have a bunch of frags in there. We also have some snails in there. And we got a bunch of stuff. So I kind of just want to roll. I just kind of want to roll the tape, because then that way you guys get to see all the updates. It's a lot. It's a lot of updates. So just kind of bear with it once we're done with all the updates. And I hope you enjoy them, because I freaking had a blast this week. I'll go ahead and I'll open up the goodie bags, so we'll check those out. All right, so let's check it out. Ooh, I think I know what's in here. Thank you, 5-Star Aquatics. First up this week on the updates, we have lots of updates coming to you. This is the first one. This one I got for my birthday here from the lovely wife. It is a second chamber filter holder, or whatever you want to call it. It's gonna hold all of my filter media. It's gonna be pretty nice. It's gonna fit right here, right in the second chamber, because the first chamber has the heater and all that stuff. I actually have a plan for that. I'm gonna show you here in a second. I've been eyeballing InTank stuff since I used to be in the animal house, which is over 10 years ago. Might be 15 years ago. This stuff is made of acrylic. It's super nice. It's made perfect. It's like the creme de la creme of the all-in-one baskets. Super excited to get this thing in. I do have to super glue in that tab that I showed you guys earlier, so I gotta do that. But yeah, can't get enough of it. Look how good it looks. So sharp, so clean. You can get like 3D printed baskets at this point that do the same thing, but yeah, none of them come close to the quality that you're getting here with the InTank stuff. I'm gonna be throwing Cheeto in the middle, and then I don't know, carbon or something like that on the top. And then I told you I did something to that first chamber. I made this out of diffuser screen is what I call it. I don't know what you call it. But I made it to the same width and length of the first chamber, with that little cutout for the thermometer. And then that way it kind of fits right into there. And then I secured it here with a couple zip ties. This is the first attempt. Didn't really fit, so I had to cut it a little wider. But this is it here installed. Nice and level. Kind of like a, I don't know, you could call it a splash screen or something like that. Right now I have the skimmer set pretty low, but when I bring the skimmer up, that'll lower the level there in the first chamber, and that'll really give it kind of like a splash effect. Here it is a little bit tuned with a little bit of a filter floss in there. I'm not going to keep that in there. It's just for right now, just to show you kind of like what it looks like, because the tank is still cycling at this point. And then here it is as it sits today, tuned, quote unquote, with a little bit of filter floss, because I do have some snails in there now. And you can see it's got a pretty big drop there, about an inch or two, and then it's got the filter floss going, so it does have a good ripple effect going. Very happy. And the back of this tank is beginning to evolve. There are more things here than I have talked about, including this optical sensor, which is currently the vein of my existence, and I will get to work soon. When I get this working, I will show you. This is part of the next update. As you can see, this tank is very different than the last time you saw it, and I'm gonna let you know how that happened later on in today's episode. But first, we're gonna head on over to Chris's house to finish his tank. We left you off with an issue where the return here, the pipe was cut too long. I was able to thread in all the rest of the fittings. Everything looked good. And then I cut the return PVC pipe or pipe, whatever you want to call it, down by like 1/4 of an inch. Everything fit. And that let me put in the rest of the fittings here, which then allowed us to throw in all of the actual hose plumbing that we did. We decided to go with this braided hose to 90 degree. We'll see how this works. I'm not sure how loud it's going to be, but I will let you know how everything worked out. It's really kind of a shame that I only showed you those images, because that took 3 trips to Home Depot to finalize in 2 days. But you know, that's how it works. Chris's rock work is unique and super interesting to look at in person. I can't wait for this thing to be filled with water and to see fish kind of really hanging out in all these spaces. Then it was the final moment of truth where we threw water in the overflow. Recording? Yeah. All right, here we go. See if it leaks. It's enough water to leak for sure.
How much of that went through the
I don't think any of it did.
They're not returning.
I don't think any of it did. Water in it. Right. It's not leaking yet. That yet was a premonition. I think it did end up leaking a little bit. We got it tightened up though. Wednesdays is the day I do maintenance on my freshwater tank. So here is the feeding of the fry tank. And then I'm also going to do a water change on the 38 gal. I have been doing a twice a week water change here on the fry. They are beginning to look like angelfish. Some of these we call jaws because they're massive. I'm gonna leave them here for a little while so you can really kind of appreciate them. I'm feeding them baby brine shrimp that I'm hatching daily. They are eating brine shrimp that are like less than 6 hours old usually, definitely less than 12. So I feel like they're doing pretty good. The more they get in their bellies, the more they stretch out, the more they look like angelfish. Some of them actually have pigment already on their skin. It's kind of pretty cool. The first spawn on these angelfish were like July 8th. And I'm now on the 4th clutch. I don't have a way to really raise another set of fry, so I've been kind of just letting them hang out in their own tank. But it hasn't been successful just yet. I think they still need I think I need to remove that other male from the tank, and I gotta give them a couple more tries. But yeah, these guys are voracious. Look at that fatto right there. Look at him. Look, there's Jaws. Look, you see him? Ba-na, ba-na. Oh, he's gone. Ba-na. There he goes. He's gone. And there's one of that big one back there, that fat one. That's one of the marble ones I was talking about. Yeah. This golden koi angelfish is over 10 years old, according to my family. I'm not 100% sure because I wasn't here for his birth. He was birthed here in this house by my grandpa. And she decided to start laying eggs, and that's where those fry come from. I introduced this blue marble. They seem to be liking each other. They're really picking on this guy. I'm gonna try to get him out of there. So this tank is 2 years old this week, and I'm currently experiencing high nitrates, or old tank syndrome, some people call it. And it's because I have this layer of gravel over the dirt. It was really kind of just a cosmetic thing that I did when I first got the tank in order to make the family happy and make it look like a regular fish tank instead of like a planted fish tank, the way I should have done it. But you know, we all live and learn. The buildup is pretty bad because I didn't have a gravel vac for a little while, and you can see here, I mean, there's loam for days. So I'm almost at the point where I'm gonna pull out the gravel and just kind of do it like that. But I mean, there's so much in there that I'm just trying to suck it out in order to attempt to bring down the nitrates a little bit and really kind of clean up this tank the way it should be. Even though it looks clean, it's really not. So the first step I do when I do a water change is I check the alkalinity of both the water I'm changing with, which should be around like 4.5, 5. Compared to the 3 tanks. So I'll do the fry tank, I'll do the angelfish tank, and I'll do the shrimp tank. And generally the shrimp tank and fry tank are very much the same, but that angelfish tank is usually around like 2 kh. Today it was around 4. So I feel like I'm making some progress there. I would like to get the kh up to the same as the rest of the tanks. You can see here I pulled out a lot of muck. That's not dirt, that's muck for sure. Speaking of the other tanks, I did add 5 more red cherry shrimp to my shrimp tank, which currently has 1 shrimp in it because of whatever reason. I hope these make it. Foreshadow, they don't. I think the mosquito fish are tearing them to pieces, so short-lived. Of the updates, I apologize for the Busta photo overlay here, but I wanted to show you guys the organization of the Neptune Apex 3. It is a used unit from Chris Stewart. He also included this awesome ATO. So I'm gonna set all this stuff up. I do set up the Apex 3 and the power bar. I'm going to show that to you here in a second. You can see right now on the right where my AI blade and all that stuff is on the right. That's where I'm going to eventually put the Apex unit and the power bar. I'll show you guys here in a second. But yeah, I'm just going to unpack all this and clean it all up and get it ready for use. I didn't know this about the Apex Neptune, but there's really no user manual. You kind of just have like tasks that you can set up that kind of shows you how to do each setup. But there's really no how-to. There's no videos. So it's kind of a pain to get this set up. I did eventually get it set up. Maybe in the future I'll make a video about how to set it up or what I did to make it work or reset it for me. But at the end of the day, I was able to finalize the setup and get it mounted right here. This is like a temporary mount. It's only for the time being. I then organized it a little bit further to make sure I had labels and all that. I'll be putting this on something a little spicier down the line. I actually already
Here
fixed
she
this
is
a
as
little
she
bit more
sits
than what it is
currently.
here. And this is the AI controller for their Orbit 2 cross flow pump, which finally came in. This actually came in on Saturday, and Saturday was also Skellyfest. Finally, kind of really the reason why I'm setting up this tank was for this show. They were saying they got a record turnout. I believe it. There was mad people there. Even the one and only. Oh shit, is that Chris Stewart? Oh my god!
Stuart, what's up, man?
Yeah, that's my pops. We decided to dress up like the Tidal Wave crew because that's who we are. And guess who else we found? What's going on over here? What's going on over here, huh? Chris Stewart's partner in crime, Roscoe.
Hey, matey.
You right? You drive that boat? You drive that boat?
Come on, show us your captain.
This show was awesome. One of the main kind of reasons I think for this show is to donate to the Loggerhead Marine Life Center. This guy here was great. He taught us all about the different turtles and marine life. The second booth we stopped at was at Joey Jones's booth and his family. He's created these awesome little kids books. He's also the guy behind the Coral Reef Talk and the one behind the Drifter, which is this really cool kind of 3D printed floating device to feed your fish. He was kind enough to sign this book for us. I'm gonna give that to my nephew.
Hey, congratulations. That's so to be proud of.
Awesome. After making our way through the goods, the raffles, and the freshwater area, we finally made our way down to the coral exhibition. Man, I've never been to one of these before. I think I want to keep going. I might be addicted. They had everything, including this awesome mermaid. And they had a little mini mermaid there for a little while too. Justin took the opportunity to take a quick chill in the clamshell. But the variety and the, I don't know, presentation of all the corals was something to be kind of taken back by. Like, how is it that everybody gets all their stuff here, makes their water pristine, presents all their coral, put them down. Their coral aren't all mad. They're all like elegant and really all out. Sometimes they're like, oh, but this one's bigger when it's really chilling. Like, man, look at all these mushrooms. Like, what? Like, yeah, I kind of went a little overboard. Because remember, my tank is just barely cycled. Like last time we saw it, we were at, 0.7 nitrites. So we were just starting to come down. But, man, check out these. They had like a bunch of clownfish. They had raffles. This is Dream State Living hosting this Skellyfest, I believe. And she was also doing the raffles. We were really trying to win something. We didn't win anything. Justin found this really cool anglerfish at one of the chill stations. We had a great time. Skellyfest for the win. We will come back next year. There was lots of goodies handed out, including this Dinkins pods. It seems silly, like it's a tiny little amount. I got 3 different ones because we were 3 different people. Watch me spill this one all over the lighthousing. Yeah. But it was cool. This is kind of like just enough pods to get me started, I think. It's going to do something here. Here they are on the glass. Kind of like instantly seed your tank with pods. I am also getting, I guess this is bad. I'm also getting another order from Algae Barn with more phytoplankton and with more pods. But I guess the more the merrier, right? Get a diversified group of pods from everywhere. I did go a little extra ham. I probably shouldn't have gone this ham. Because remember, my tank is just barely, like, I'm on the cusp of cycling. I'm going to be doing a water change a little bit later. But yeah, this is the mushroom recordia. Justin insisted that I stop and take a video. But this is, some of these are going into a hydrogen peroxide dip. Some of these are going into an iodine dip. This is just the tank water for now. And I'm going to try to get it in there nice and even so that they kind of just chill. in like mostly their water, because remember, this is coming from like 8 different vendors at Skellyfest. I would imagine everybody's got different water. So I am kind of mixing a little bit of all the bags in the bottom of this barrel here, or this bucket, and then I am putting them in this little cup here, or this container. Oh, she wants to see this one here. This is the Yuma Recordia. Yeah, look how beautiful. Yeah, so then it goes in there, and then we're just gonna let it hang out in here. I hadn't actually noticed that white area yet. That's the first time I noticed that on the frag, because remember, these were all in the bags and stuff. So yeah, okay, so there they are chilling. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just slowly drip a little bit of water, just like I'm dripping their bag water into this container. I'll eventually take some water out, and then I'll put some of my tank water in. But yeah, I got a bunch of nice pieces here. A little later I'll tell you what they are. But yeah, there's like some mushies, a couple Zoas, I got a candy cane, and I got a Monty, which I probably shouldn't have gotten, but at $15 for the frag, I mean, man, I couldn't pass it up. So the last one left to acclimate was the candy cane coral. The candy cane coral and the Montipora, and I think one of the mushrooms was from Reef aquaculture specialists. And I've heard that like candy cane coral look the same in any lighting. And man, look at it here in like the ambient light of the room. Like look at the color on these heads. This is also a $15 frag. Yeah, it looks like highlighter green. Highlighter green, 100%. So this one here, I was kind of scared to dip. Yeah, so this is gonna go straight into the tank. Got my little ladder here. And it goes. This is the first time I'm really trying to reach all the way down to the sand, like realistically. It was a little harder than I thought it was gonna be. Insert dramatic music.
All right, what are you about to do here?
All right, so a couple of these O's have a little bit of hair algae on them, and I think in a normal tank, they would be fine. But since our tank is new, I really want to limit the pests as much as possible. So, in order to do that, we're dipping this for just a minute or two.
In 3 parts?
No, it's 1 part hydrogen peroxide, 3 part tank water.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say 3 parts tank.
That's it.
1 part hydrogen peroxide. That's it? No, but it hasn't even been a minute yet.
That's it.
That's it?
Look, he's still open. He's still chilling.
Okay. Look at Marco aquascaping. Okay, got this. Oh shit, you got this. Yes. Oh yes. Oh.
Oh shit.
Gentle.
Can I push them like this with both? Yeah. Alright, that's good.
That's good.
Now this one.
Ooh, hey, buddy. You look a little better. I think she puffed up a little bit. Wow.
Okay. Now these we don't dip because they don't like that shit.
These ones didn't really have hair algae, right?
No, this is the one that I told you came from that pristine tank.
Let me see. Get close up before you put them in.
Get the close-up ones in there.
Fine. Let's see, where are you going? Ooh.
Ooh, try to put these all the way back here.
Oh my god. And they just grow over that thing?
They will eventually. Try to get them kind of straight, but kind of not.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so beautiful.
I'm going to figure for this one now. Look at that fucker. I'm gonna fuck him up. Oh, it was looking so good for a second there.
You almost got it. You almost got it.
Get a close up of the
Here,
Zoa,
take over.
so you can see what this thing looks like. Since this might be the only time you actually get to see it. There it is.
Oh, wow. Before he closes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the sacrificial lamb. He's like, let me see what's going on.
It's a little Yuma. And a recordia. Look at that recordia. That's really
Wow,
crazy.
beautiful.
And then some neon green candy canes.
Oh, I love that one. Oh, look at that. That's the prized possession today.
This is prized possession for sure. Get them in here somewhere.
I still think this candy cane
Ooh, kind of blends in.
Candy cane is kind of like
Wow.
in too high of a
Later,
flow
but-
area.
I guess I could put him on the ground too.
Is he a highlight or?
Yeah, he's a highlight, a high flow.
Oh, maybe that's good there then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Then this one, for sure dip this one. This is the big frag. Some here getting dipped.
Oh shit.
You can see, you can literally see the hair algae melting off of it.
Wow. Wow, is that the mushroom?
This is the grassy with the
stars?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
We call Grassy's
I know, this will be
GSP.
centerpiece.
Hmm. Wow. Beautiful.
So you'll hear us refer to the Grassies, but the Grassies are just GSP. Green Star Polyp.
The humble beginnings. Here, when I get up there and get a little overview shot?
Here, we're right.
So there is everything starting to settle in. Might have gone a little ham, but you know, we had to do it. We were at Skellyfest, you know, went in Skellyfest. Got a couple Zoa frags, got like 3 Zoa frags with one of them had some GSP on it. And then we got this really cool branching Montipora. The candy cane coral kind of right away, like that night, started extending its tentacles, feeding. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but there it is. And then here they are the next day. They are settling in quite nicely. The Zoas seem to be pissed, but I don't know. I don't know exactly why. It might be because they're on the sand. I might bring them up. They might want more light. They want more flow. The mushies are looking good. This GSP is starting to peek out. Candy cane still looking fluffy. And the Montipora here, I did rotate the Montipora a little bit so that the flow is a little better here. Because right in this image here, you can see there's not a lot of a polyp extension. With the new orientation that I have it in, almost all the polyps are popping. I did a couple water changes. First the day I put them in, and then today, or whether a couple days later, I did like a full, like almost 1 gallon water change. And then I did another 1 gallon water change the day after. So right now my nitrites are reading 0, my ammonia is reading 0, my nitrites are reading 5.
All right, here we go.
And that can only mean one thing.
We got the snails.
It's time for the cleanup
Put the
crew.
snails in there
It's
first.
time for the cleanup crew. I'm also kind of worried that I might get some algae now that I turn on the lights. So in preparation to get ahead of that curve, I'm going to add a couple Astrea snails. I know these guys aren't like the best snail, but they'll do for now. These two were kind of like on top of each other. I later on separated them. They ended up on top of each other again. But now they're just separate, chilling. And then I also got a couple Nasaria snails to sift through the sand. The Nasaria snails here are pretty large. But you can see their little snoots sticking out of the sand all the time, so it's pretty cool. And you can see here, once I put them in, they settle in right away into the sand bed.
Look at his little arm. Oh, you got your sand?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, look at all your sand. Here, you want to take over?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, look at his little tentacle. Oh, he just moved. He's like, here it is. Told you we would find it. Look at this. Oh my God, this is beautiful.
They were super slimy, by the way, Vito. These guys were like ultra slimy. When I pulled them out of the bag, my hands were like full of slime.
Oh,
I'm getting in there.
yeah, he did a little duck and dive. Mmm.
But he's by that rock.
I think Jasmine's
I wonder if
favorites
they're, like,
are also
spatially
the
aware.
snails.
Oh my God, look at everything is open. I see one little tentacle out.
Yeah, they had no problem getting into the sand. Chris was Next saying on the that it was list crazy.
is
feeding time with the Dinkins Aquatics phytoplankton. This stuff is dark, bro. It's like so green. I've seen other phytoplankton and it's like a light green color. This is like dense, like you can barely see through it. Here's a little time lapse. It's saying to dose 1 milliliter per gallon. I'm dosing about half that right now, and I'm slowly upping it. I'm kind of like spot feeding the coral. I don't know if they'll actually eat it, but it looks like they are. This Recordia's been kind of doing this feeding thing. Every time it eats, it does this. It takes like 30 seconds for it to get all long like that and then back to normal. And there's one more addition to the tank. One more addition to the tank that I'm about to show you here. This is at night on the second day after the Skellyfest.
see the colors.
Everything's still looking good. There it is. This is gonna be the first addition to the tank. A Dalmatian clownfish from Aquarium Depot. Super excited for this guy. He's full of personality. I've been watching him since before I even thought of getting a saltwater tank. He's been at the store, so we'll pick him up. We'll bring him home this weekend. On that, I want to do a little bit of maintenance here. Or, I don't know. I want to check to make sure all my parameters are all right. I do want to bring that fish back on Sunday, which at this point is still like 5 days away. So there's still plenty of time. First thing I'm going to do here is check my salinity. And then I wanted to put a little line on my tank so I can keep the salinity like topped off, or I can keep the water topped off so I can keep the salinity constant. I mean, you tell me, but that looks like I'm right at 1.026. Right around there. Should be fine. So it's time to make that line. Chris was saying your return area is like going to be the first one to show you signs of going down or whatever. It's constant. So I'm going to make the line right here, right along these hexagons. And that way, whenever I top off, I can top off right up to the bottom of this line. And I know I'm exactly at the same spot. Regardless of wherever my salinity is, it'll be constant. And that'll be more important than exactly the number that it's at. And then, since that's fine, next thing is going to be to do alkalinity here. I did get in the new reagents, so this test should be more accurate than my last one here. I had issues with the calcium test. I didn't really have issues with this one. The calcium test is like a little bit more precise. It's got more steps. You just fill it up with your sample water all the way up to 10. You check that. And then you add 1 milliliter of the reagent to it. And then you test it again. And with the reading of 7.0, we are right on the money for the Tropic Marin Pro Reef Salt. Next will be the calcium. Last time we were live, I had a really hard time with the calcium test. I looked at a bunch of videos and I thought I had it correct. And I got way closer than I did last time. Last time I would only get readings of 200. This time I did get way closer. But it's still not the correct reading. Still not accurate. For this test, you actually add 1 mil from the syringe of the reagent into the clean cuvette. And then you add 10 mil of deionized water, or you fill it to the 10 mil mark. Then you put it into the reader. After that, you add 0.1 mil of sample, and that's where I'm messing up. I think I'm adding a little bit more than 0.1 mil. And then we add a packet to it, and we shake it up for a little while, 15 seconds, and you wait 15 seconds, and you put it back into the reader. And then you get an accurate reading. You can see here, it's a little over what it should be. It's about 100 ppm over. So for now, still a thumbs down. But I think soon to be a thumbs up on calcium. And that's pretty much it for the updates. Check out these sick time lapses I shot this morning. I feel like this is why we're in the hobby, is to look at these awesome colors. Especially under the ultraviolet light. I mean, pretty sick. I feel like the coral are definitely something to be in awe of. And that's why I started this tank. It's not for the fish, it's for the coral. And that was all the updates. That was 12 days of updates. Here's some of the scores, if you will, from Skellyfest. We got this cool Recordia Yuma. We got a really sick green Recordia. We got a couple cool Zoas, the Rasta Zoa. I don't know what the other one is called. I think it was called like a Zik, like Joker or Nyx or something like that. I can't remember. And then the one that's on the GSP is like called like something like Eagle Eye or Owl Eye or something like that. All those have such crazy names. Walmart Shrimp Green. Yeah, I like that. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. Yeah, this is just like regular motion of the zoas. It looks like if I was looking through an electron microscope or something like that. That's what it feels like when I'm looking into the tank. But yeah, that's pretty much all the updates. I think the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the Skellyfest goodie bag. I'm just gonna let these time lapses and these images kind of keep rolling here. This is like Tidal Garden style image. Look at that. That was my favorite. I went looking hard. For a nice long tentacly Yuma. I was looking for like a sunrise Yuma or something like that, or sunrise Accordia, but they were all so expensive. Or like cool mushy. I couldn't find any cool mushies that were like not $1 billion. So Vito, the reason why the fish takes forever to get here is because it actually gets quarantined for me. So they separate it from their fish stock and they put it into like a separate tank, and they put it through a bunch of different processes to ensure that it's free of, or they attempt to be free of all types of diseases and bacterial issues. Yeah, this is it after we turn on the lights. Yep, going on. Check out the snail here with this little, I don't know what that thing's called, proboscis. Is that a proboscis? And then this is a snail. If you look really close, there's like a tiny little hair algae on him. There's like 2 or 3 little strands of hair algae in the tank right now that I can tell. This is like the full tank shot. You know what I mean? And I mean, I feel like that was pretty good. It was an eventful week. I'm kind of super hopeful that the tank holds. Because we kind of rushed everything. I'm not sure if it will or not, but I'm kind of hopeful. I think we did enough things right to do a couple things wrong, but I don't know if that's how this actually works. I do want to thank everybody that's watching so far, because if you watch through that 40 minutes of updates, like, woo, love you. I feel like the next thing here that we're gonna do is we're gonna reward everybody here with a little bit of like goodie bag checking out, you know what I mean? I have here Le goodie bag from Skellyfest. It is full of stuff. This was the VIP bag, so I paid extra money for this bag, you know what I mean? All the goodies. I haven't looked through this bag. I kind of looked like a little bit, like very little bit through the bag, but I didn't really look all the way through the bag. First thing in the bag, really cool towel. This will replace my absorbent towel. Maybe the absorbent towel will sit somewhere, but this will be definitely like my new like wipe my hands clean towel. Yep, pretty cool. Check that out there. And then Jasmine, I guess, organized all my stuff. The little baggie here. And at the bottom of the bag, we got some heavy items. There is some salt, which I knew was in there because Chris also gave me his salt. He's like, what am I going to do with this 2 little fish salt? I don't know what I'm going to do with the 2 little fish salt, but I've been hatching brine shrimp, so I'll probably use this salt for that. It'd be cool to, like, I guess, try it, but how the hell do you try out salt? I don't know. But then this really cool kind of piece of frag rock plug, or what, I don't know what you're gonna call this, pizza slice, a frag rock pizza slice from Addictive Reef Keeping. He had donated this. It was like this, but it was massive. It was like that big, and it was full of frag plugs for you to put them in. He also had a bunch of coral. Actually, the skull coral at the beginning of the Skellyfest video came out there. Alright, so that's it for what's inside of the bag itself, but all the actual goodies are in this little bag here. Kind of organized. We get a cool little band. I should have walked around with that on. I would have looked cool. Oh, this is the pen that Chris was talking about. Look, Chris. The pen you're talking about. There it is. Thinking Drifters. Thinking Drifters. Wait, can you read that? Is it backwards? Is this camera backwards right now? Hold on, hold on, hold on. It is. It's like inverted. Hold on. Let me fix this for you guys. Maybe I gotta, yeah, let me switch cams here. 'Cause that's weird. It's not letting me do it? Yeah, it's not letting me do it. Oh, here we go. Flip horizontally. There you go. Now you can read that. And then we'll go to action view up. We'll flip this one horizontally. Hey, look at that. You can read it now, bro. What? All right, so we got some pens. I don't know what that is. A little 3D printed fish or something. Let's open it. I don't know what it is. It is a little 3D printed fish. Little 3D printed fish. Got like that metallic green PLA. Cool green pen. And a sticker. I'm gonna make a pile of stickers because we got a bunch of stickers. I used the Dinkins phytoplankton. That's like the brand that I got the phytoplankton from, and it got pods. They gave me enough pods that like I don't feel like I needed to buy anymore, but you know, it was there. Here's a book from Johnny Jones. Finn the Brave Blue Tang. Maybe I'll like story time one day and I'll read this like while looking at the fish stuff in the tank. Supposedly it's about like adversity and how to overcome it, so I'll take that. I'll take that all day. This is one of the main like sponsors, or we were trying to fundraise for them. The Loggerhead Sea Turtles. A bunch of stuff. I think we should go visit them. They're in Juno Beach. I feel like that's pretty cool. And look, they actually gave you a 10% off gift store purchase. Look at that. I might take that. I might take that. You know what I mean? I feel like it'd be a cool field trip. Oh, this is from Printed Reef. Printed Reef was there. Cool. So this, I think, is a frag plug. Is that what this is? A sample pack. Frag plug stand and coral plug rock holder. I guess this is the sand. I guess this is like the sand plug. Okay. And this is the rock holder. I guess you put the frag into here because all these coral have like a little plug that they sit on. So I guess you put the frag in here and then you can stick this in your rock somewhere. Maybe this will work for the Monty. That way the Monty won't fall. That's cool. And they have a QR code that we can scan to check out. And we got a bunch of stickers. You know we love stickers. Sticker. Oh, 15% off. Chris, you get the 15% off? Did you get the 15% off, Chris? Come on, Chris. Tell me you got the 15% off. All right. What's this? We got another pamphlet. Oh, this is Nature Aquariums. Nature Aquariums is cool. They're giving us 20% off their shop. Online or at the shop. You gotta use it by October 31st. Does this have a date on it? This one doesn't have a date on it. So the Printed Reef one is good to use whenever. And then the Nature Aquarium ones we can use until October 31st. Nobody else can use my codes, by the way. Not allowed. Oh, we got a bunch of stickers here. This booth I think was my favorite booth. They had a bunch of $15 frags. Got a bunch of really nice little Reef Talk stickers. What else we got in here? Man, there's so many stickers. The Caribbean Sea sticker. Blue Water Reef. What is that? Is that a Walt Disney acro or what kind of acro is that? Wild. Yeah, we got a couple other stickers in there. I'm not gonna take all those out. Got more pamphlets. More pamphlets. They're saying free shipping on orders over 59 bucks, which I'm sure is like everything. We got some Saki Hakiri. Hikari? Is it Hikari? Is it Hikari? I always called it Hikari, but maybe not. This is Carnivore Sinking Type M. Like a little sample. That's cool. Another sticker. From Dinkins. Dinkins fucked me up with the stickers, bro. Oh, we got another sticker. What is this? Oh, cool. They actually have a sticker for like a specific coral. That's cool. What is this? Oh, it's a Caribbean Sea little credit card holder for your phone. That's cute. That's cute. I don't know if I'm gonna use it because I don't really use that kind of stuff on my phone, but that's pretty cute. And we got another card for Fragtide. We got 10% off. I'm actually hitting him up right now. I'm hitting him up right now for the actual for an actual lid for this tank. Hopefully you can hook it up. You can hook it up. Fragtide also included another little sand frag holder. So maybe I should put some of the frags that are more pissy. I'll put them on here. What the fuck is this? This is not. What is this? I guess this is a frag holder also for the sand. So huge. I guess because it's like this one. You see it? Like the two different designs. This one's from Printed Reef. This one's from Fragtide. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm hitting him up for the for a custom lid for this. He says it's totally possible. I sent him a cool design. We could check that out another day. What is this? This is one of the A Salted. This is one of the lounge sponsors. Not sure what they do. We will find out. Branch Aquatics. Branch Aquatics, where were they? I think they were in Tampa. They're the ones that I got the GSP from with the owl eyes or whatever the others were. They were pretty cool. We got a little. What are these actually called? These rubber bands? Are they called rubber bracelets? I always call them Armstrong bands because that's I think the first time I saw them, like the Nike Armstrong yellow bands. Remember? It says keep reefing. GrizzlyReefs.com. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Got a 3D printed octopus. Look at that thing. Can you hear that? It's all rattly. That's kind of cool. My sister likes octopi. I used to go to my sister. We can hang it like in the middle of the stream right here too. By the camera. That would be cute. That'd be cute. What else we got? What else we got? Oh! We got some Sarah food. What is this stuff? This is DVG mix. I wish that I knew what that was. 12% krill. And then the other side, or is it a mix of it? This says Granulate Nature 6% krill. Yeah, it looks like it's mixed in here. That's like it looks like there's two different types of food mixed into one bag. I guess you could get that Sarah Marine, vibe, see what that's like. Let's see. Put all this stuff down. All this stuff. We got some more hickory or hikari. Hickory or hikari? Come on, man, help me out. What is it? Is it hickory or hikari? Yeah, for sure. We got more. What is this? This is targeted feed for LPS coral. Bennett pellet from Bennett Pets. The whole biome nutrition. That's kind of interesting. So I guess this is like food for LPS. Maybe we could feed some of our coral this stuff. Probably really little. See what it looks like. Feels like a little weed bag. All right. Pretty small little granules. Looks pretty green in color. Kind of like, you know, first glance. We'll try some of that. We'll try some of that. Oh, we got a bunch of hickory stuff. Hickory? Hickory? Hickory. Some more of the same marine carnivore stuff, but then some of the Seaweed Extreme, which I was about to buy. So now I don't have to do it in small, which I wanted for, because we're going to be getting a tail spot blenny. So we'll see what that's like. Let's see what Chris just said. Chris just sent me it. Oh, it's not exactly Hikari. It's Hikari. Hikari. That's what he says. Hikari. Hikari. Oh, there it is. So I bought this because I really wanted one. Little nano mag from Two Little Fishy. Feel the size of that thing. Look, it's like literally 2 fingers. So this is gonna be able to like clean the tank real good. It's almost at the point where you can see some algae on there. So this is probably gonna go in the tank. All right now. What else is this? Oh, some reef nutrition stuff. Oh, this is for freshwater. TDO color boost, extra small. Pretty cool for my mosquito fish. It sounds like powder. Sounds like really, really tiny. Another sticker. Nice, from the Loggerhead Foundation. Sticker. I don't know. I love stickers. More food. This is from Hikari Marine A. It's like the bigger, a little bigger. That's a lot of little samples. This is cool. Another Seaweed Extreme. I'll take Seaweed Extreme all day. Like I said, I'll need it for the blenny. Supposedly the blenny eats PE mysis is what Elliot emailed me back with. Oh, mini algae wafers. We feed this to the panda cories and to the amano shrimp and to the cherry shrimp. So that's cool. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's like the good stuff. Oh, there's a Branch Aquatic sticker. Some more Hikari. Okay. Oh, and then the S stuff, the super small. Look how little. Oh yeah, that stuff. The clownfish is gonna love this stuff. Clownfish is gonna love the smalls. And we got something else. This is from Reef Nutrition. More OSTDO Chroma Boost. So from what I understand, this is like actually powder, and you can put this in with your food. And it's just like a dust. You could use it even to feed your coral. So yeah, mosquito fish. I have some mosquito fish. Mosquito fish are like a native fish to Florida. They look like guppies. Like what we have always thought were guppies in the canals are not guppies. They're called mosquito fish. They're a slightly different variant. Got some more of the Marine A stuff. From Hikari. And then last but not least, another Seaweed Extreme. That's cool. They actually got expiration date on it and everything. It's 2027, so kudos to them. Ooh, and a pen from Nature Aquariums. So there is the haul. Look at that. It's pretty good. I would say it's pretty good. Ta-da! And then on top of that, one of the things that I haven't shown you guys, I did order a Sichi pump. Right, that's how you say it, Sichi or Siche, right, Chris? Is it Sichi? You sent it to me just now, and then BRS was including pump clean along with that for free. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll take that. I thought this was gonna be I thought this was gonna be small enough for the nano tank, but it's not. So I'm just gonna use this as like my mix pump, fancy mix pump, and then cause yeah, a fancy mix pump. Cause I plan on like mixing 5 gallons of water, but I'm not gonna really change 5 gallons of water, right? I'm probably only gonna change 2 or 3 gallons of water at a time. So I figured maybe that keeps all the water alive. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's too small for that tank. Che. Is it Siche? Like I'm Argentinian? Is that how I'm supposed to say Siche? Siche. Yeah, something like that. That's it. That's all the stuff. I feel like I'm excited. I'm excited for this stuff. Let's get this thing open. Yeah. Damn, it doesn't open? There it goes. I forgot his name. John? Is it John from Two Little Fishies? He was saying that the new magnet that they're using is supposed to be like extra raw, like compared to their other stuff or anything else. Like they just updated it, so it does feel good. Yeah. Okay. I got it. All right, let's see if we can put it in here without going crazy here. Can I film it though? Is the real question. Let's see. I can. Let's go to like the all action view. This one, action up. This little part goes on the outside. Grubbier part goes on the inside. No! Exactly what I wanted to avoid. I did not avoid it. The big splash. Well, let me use my new towel. I wanted to avoid that splashy. I did not. Because the felt on the bottom, I guess, gets gross, I think. Alright. We good. Nothing too big of a crisis. It's like right next to all my stream stuff. So like a big splash like that in the wrong direction could be bad. Could be bad. Look, if Tony's watching, I got your sunglasses, bro. Alright. Well, that pretty much does it. That pretty much does it for this episode, I think. Next episode, we are going to be organizing the Apex a little bit more. I have already most of the things that we need for it. I got my cable extensions. I got some really cool orange USB. I got orange power blocks. What else? We'll be adding, I think, because hopefully, if all things go according to plan, we will be adding the clownfish on Sunday. So, the clownfish, whose name is Puddles the Pinto Bean Bell, something like that. We gotta figure out exactly it. But yeah, Puddles the Pinto Bean Cow was what it's supposed to be, but now we're thinking of Puddles the Pinto Bean Bell. And then the next thing that we gotta do after that is we have to kind of also make sure that we get the AI storm kind of tuned, because right now it's really not. And I kind of want to run through some of the like Apex automations and stuff to make sure that all that stuff is good. See if anybody has any feedback on that stuff. Because the Apex is fancy. This thing This thing does a lot of stuff, so we're gonna do that. And then yeah. So next episode, we'll put a fish in here. Till next one. Thanks for streaming. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks Whirlwind. Thanks Vito. Thanks Chris Stewart. I don't know who else is watching. Let's see. Is there somebody else on Twitch? Let's see. Who else is on Twitch? No. That's it. All right. Well,